All right, let's talk about second overall pick, CJ Stroud, who's playing well. Probably had his best game in the NFL. I've liked what I've seen from him as a whole, but this game he was very good. The statistics were good, but also just his play was very good. Let's talk about what he was able to do. Starting off with this one, it's a zone coverage play, and the concept is relatively simple. You have a receiver running a deeper route and another guy who's going to kind of run over the middle, and it's really the safety is the main player to keep an eye on. So the safety is either going to stay deep or cover over the middle. Typically, you want them to stay deep, cover the deep stuff, hope that a linebacker or a corner picks up the over the middle route. That's typically what you want to have happen, and that's kind of what's going to happen here. Watch as when Stroud takes a snap and runs this play action, he eventually fires down the field. And right here, you see that there is a receiver who has passed not one, not two, but three Jacksonville players as safety moved in a little bit, then realized what was going on, went back further deep. The other two corners also trying to get into this play, but you have a window here for Stroud. In many ways, this might seem like an easy throw for him to make, but you have to keep in mind the distance he has to throw this football. Throwing it from his own 42-yard line. So really to push this one as far down the field as you would like, he's going to have to probably throw this, 55, 60 yards. So as you see, I would actually say this throw is a tad underthrown. You'd have liked to see it a little bit further, I think. Still a good enough throw, though, I would say. Really good route to get that many yards. Well done concept, all that stuff. Not the best defense by Jacksonville. Have to throw that out there as well. But as a whole, this was I would still say an actively good play from CJ Stroud. And again, it helps that you're getting guys open. Heading over to this one, this is a good just like timing play where what's going to happen is it's a one-on-one matchup on the outside essentially. It is zone coverage, but you see the route on the outside and how the corner on that side of the field, really the only player who can make a play here. So, okay, Stroud's going to take the snap. He looks down the field, after running the play action, and even does a good job, I think, of navigating the pocket a little bit, moves around, but doesn't, still is able to plant his feet, get all the footwork going and all that good stuff. And you see down the field, again, really well-ran route. There is an opening, but part of this is timing as well. Robert Woods, good route, you're open, but also Stroud is hitting him at the time when he is the most open. Also, good throw and they're able to get a completion. Some of this stuff might not seem like a lot. It might even be seen as a little bit weird as to why I'm overpraising him for some of this stuff. Again, if this is Aaron Rodgers, you expect him to make these throws. But this isn't. This is a rookie quarterback, and getting these simple stuff down is so important, and that's what Stroud has done so far, which I think is very good. Also, something like this, again, it's another little thing that's very important. It's a third down and one. That's a situation just outside field goal range. So, really want to get this first down, set up, an opportunity to make a field goal. You're up 2 scores late in the third. You'd love to go up a third score. Concept, going to be a rollout towards the top of the screen where you have a running back and a fullback also going shallower. That's usually where you want to look. Underneath, your reads on these plays go from shallowest to deepest. And watch how Stroud, runs this play. You see that right here, there is, not really a great throw here. You could throw it to 47 for sure. Could throw it to your fullback here and hope that it works out. Hey, Andrew Beck having a good game already. Maybe put it in his direction. I don't know, though. That seems like a tough play. You're throwing across your body. There are defenders who could make a tackle. I understand why Stroud doesn't want to throw there, and he says, let me look downfield and see what's open, get to your next read, and that ends up being a good decision. Because watch how when he does throw downfield, that was an open player. Tank Dell, pretty good route on that one. Tank Dell's, he's emerging as a real player. He's a real guy for Houston, and he's been that now since he's, in his small sample size. So Stroud, not the only impressive rookie in this one, but again, I like that. It's just little thing, but okay, do I force it through this underneath route? Well, let me see what's downfield. Oh, that's open. Let me throw it there instead. It's simple. It's something that if you're going to make it in the NFL, though, you have to have down, and he does have it down. Now, I have to talk about this play as well. It's not a negative, but it is important context when looking at some stats. Because, again, you look at CJ Stroud's overall box score statistics, and you might not be It looks very good, right? 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, passer rating of 118 in this game. That's very good stuff. This was definitely one of those things that pads the stats a little bit. Stroud takes the snap. It appears to be man coverage. He sees Tank Dell with a one-on-one matchup, so he fires it that direction. But wait, where's the player who is supposed to be covering him? That player thought it was zone. He stayed further underneath, meaning that you have just a completely wide open player down the field, and it happened to be where Stroud was looking anyway. So, pretty easy play for Stroud. I'm just going to be honest. As you see, Tank Dell able to make the grab, gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So good stuff there. It's a busted coverage. It is what it is. Got to give credit to, Houston for noticing it and taking advantage. At the end of the day, I always say good football teams and good football players take advantage of their opportunities. There's plenty of opportunities that happen in a football game that don't get taken advantage of. So good stuff, but again, without a doubt, having this situation where you get a 68-yard touchdown on a pretty simple play, that's gonna bolster the stats a little bit. It just is. That being said, the numbers were still good even without that, but just kind of put it over the top a little bit. One more play to talk about. This was just a smart play. Again, it's understanding the situation, which is not easy to do at the NFL level. Especially, what's the thing about Ohio State quarterbacks, right? It's so easy in college. Once they get to the NFL, they really struggle. And, we've seen Ohio State quarterbacks definitely kind of come into the league and not look so great. Well, the fact that that's not an issue for Stroud right away is super promising in my opinion. And this play is a good example where cover 0. All-out blitz, you got 5 players covering the 5 eligible receivers, 6 players rushing the passer. If you're a math guy, that means that you only have 5 blockers for the offense, 6 players rushing the passer. If you have someone else come in to block, well, then there's that player who's playing man will also now come in to rush, meaning that you're still going to always have one more unblocked man than blockers. So what do? Well, you see the route on the screen, you hit a quick route. You got to get rid of the football quickly. At the end of the day, the only way you can prevent a bad scenario happening here is getting the ball out of your hands in a hurry. Watch, Stroud takes a snap, he looks, there's an open player. The quickness in when he gets rid of the football is going to be so key. A lot of young quarterbacks get into trouble here. Zach Wilson is already going to start to scramble towards the sideline, right? That's what some quarterbacks do. You can't do that. You have to hang in. Trust your teammates here. That's exactly what Stroud does. Makes an accurate throw, and they pick up that first down on 3rd down and 6. So, listen, without a doubt, there's reasons to criticize the Jaguars in this game. There's reason to criticize the Jaguars' defense and offense, but, we're talking about their defense. They made some mistakes, no denying it. Did Stroud totally earn the stat line? I don't know if he played like an 118 passer rating type of player in this game, but he at least played like an 100-plus passer rating player in this game. He did a very good job. And again, we're talking about him in terms of how he's going to play going forward. He's a young player. He's 21 years old. The fact that he's come in here and not look ridiculous is already like a good sign. So the fact that he's actively playing good football right away, that's a really good sign and a really exciting sign if you're a Houston Texans fan. Again, who knows where we're going to go with this? It's his rookie year. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. You got Pittsburgh you're playing, and actually Pittsburgh and New Orleans 2 out of the next 3 weeks. Those are teams that have given other teams some fits. So who knows how that's going to work? We don't. And there's going to be some downs. But the ups are pretty cool right now. So, and again, Jacksonville, not a bad defense. Maybe didn't play the best this week, but not a bad defense. So good stuff from Houston. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.